is Charlotte Elise Westwood, but you can call me Charlie. I was raised in one of the 7 esteemed noble families of Azmarin. I will admit I lived quite the privileged life growing up the only child of Rylan Westwood and Giselle Montecroy, but my parents were diligent in expanding my experiences beyond our manor. Before the incursion, my days consisted of reading, writing, studying ancient languages, and socializing with the other noble families, all in the effort of becoming, as my family would say, an accomplished young woman who would be suitable for marriage. Yet, even with the pressure of being the last Westwood, I felt an undeniable calling elsewhere, a duty beyond that of an overqualified housewife. Through the years, I began to appreciate the beauty in all of the creatures with whom I shared the world. In an effort to honor the abundance of life around me, I took an oath of pacifism at a young age. Violence only begets violence, and I refused to take part in perpetuating that cycle. This oath came under test as my home was ravaged by other planar creatures, but I stand firm in my commitment to peace. Despite the terrors that any one individual is capable of, there is good to be found in every sentient life. It is a gift to see the potential in others, but it is an even greater gift to help them see it within themselves.
Hello, welcome to my library, humble though it may be. My name is Tyrion Cariadis, and I'm pleased to make your acquaintance. My story? Well, I was born here in Azmarin, in the Scholars' Village. My father was a learned man of the arcane before he passed, and I found myself inspired to learn all that I could to follow in his footsteps. Magic has always fascinated me, and I endeavoured myself, as I do in most things, to be my utmost best at it. I devoted myself to the Temple of Ioun, and all the knowledge contained therein. When not sleeping or tending to my other duties, I was sure to be found within the temple's wondrous library. I'd held more pages than could ever be read in a given lifetime, but that was a challenge I was willing to take on. I was excelling in my studies, and the future seemed open with potential. I had hope, I had possibilities, I had a plan, I still remember the smoke and the heat of the inferno. The Scholars' Village burned. We didn't know it at the time, but a devilish incursion was taking over the city. We did all within our power to rescue what books and knowledge we could, but we lost more than we ever dreamed. The temple burned along with the library. It's all gone now. My mother died in the fire as well. Had I known, In my anger and pain, I looked for a new purpose, a new path. I wanted revenge. So I joined the fledgling rebellion. Myself and my party of revolutionaries struck back against the devils. We felt unstoppable, like we were making a real difference. But one day we fell into an ambush. I was the only one to survive. I had so much. I have little now. The one thing that I'm trying my best not to lose is hope, but every day makes that harder to hold on to.
Hello, hey, I'm down here. Hi, I'm Briar, and this is my clock tower. I usually don't let anyone up here, but I guess you can be allowed because I know you can keep a secret. I've been in Azmarin for a while now. I left home after my folks kicked me out. They said our family was too poor for me to stay home and be a deadweight good for nothing. Anyway, that doesn't matter because I can take care of myself. Things were hard when I first got here, but after a while I realized I am good for something after all, and that's being sneaky. And luckily I found a way to get paid for that through the Thieves Guild. I've done pretty well by taking the jobs that no one else wants. You know, just little baby crimes like tiny theft and teensy-weensy spying on people. But after the devils came, those jobs became almost impossible to find. I had no idea how hard life was going to be after the incursion. I managed to stay out of it for a while, but I have a bad habit of finding myself in the wrong place at the wrong time. And then one night everything changed. I was running for my life, as you do, and I found this lady who was dying. And then she shoved this into my hands. This is Najwa. Well, I call her that now, but at first I didn't know what to do with her. Books are usually very boring, but she's teaching me all kinds of new things. It's all mostly in pictures because I'm not a super good reader, but I'm gonna figure it out. Najwa's my best friend. So that's how I ended up joining the rebellion. It was all her idea. I wouldn't have bothered, but she gets so mopey when we don't do what she wants to do, and I would do anything to make her happy. She says we have a very important job to do together, so I'm just following her lead. Anyway, enough of that boring stuff. Time to eat. I would offer you some of this bread, but everyone knows that ghosts can't eat.
You can call me Jude. Jude Laurent if you really want to know. I was born here, in the heart of Azmarin. Wrath shine her light and bless my birth. At least that's what my mother used to say. Used to. My life was fine, okay at best. I had a loving mother and a father who inspired me to be strong. He taught me to fight. He taught me to protect my own. I joined the city guard because of him. He taught me, most importantly, to survive. I'm a survivor. That's what you do in Azmarin. This city of pseudo-peace and gilded gold. You hold your head up and you survive. When your father dies, you survive. When all is lost and a judgmental man picks you and your mother up from the ashes, you survive. And when the world comes crashing down in infernal flame, you do what you must to survive. None of that matters now. Life as we know it is nothing more than delaying the inevitable. The devil's won. What can we do now? But I think of my mother, what she is, was. I think of my father. I think of what he wanted, what he fought for. I fight back for him. I fight back because I need to make things right. For him. For her. For everyone.
Welcome to the stream. Today is the 8th episode of Ashes of Azmarin, our short-term campaign here on Open for Adventure, and we have some things to discuss. We missed 2 sessions. 3 sessions? We missed 3 sessions. Maybe, perhaps. And we are unable to extend our current timeline as it stands. So we have this session, and then we have 2 more sessions, 2 more weeks, and then we will continue into the new year, making up those sessions. The holidays are super busy, especially around this time, and it would take some rearranging of schedules to make current Saturdays in December work. So we will have sort of like a mini finale for the end of 2020, what we had planned, and then we will have a 3 or 4 session, I don't want to call it an epilogue, because there's still going to be shit that goes down, but it will be leading up to the final battle of the incursion. We will have those dates out shortly, as soon as we can all coordinate what dates we are free in the new year, in January. But yeah, I just want to let you know, so today is session 8, we will have 9, and then we'll have 10, and then we'll have a break, and then we will come back for 3 to 4 sessions. Oh my gosh, can y'all really not hear that construction? Oh, okay, thank you. Okay. Jude, sweet friend, you got that recap from me?
Previously, so yeah, see what had happened was we all got summoned to the Basilisk and the Bastille, which is our little safe house. We got summoned and we chatted with Dave. He laid out some maps in the city, which I'm looking. Tyrion realizes these maps actually were the old maps of Azmarin, specifically the maps of the sewers. And Breyer also could tell that this was a map of some Thieves Guild hideouts. But they believe they've come up with a plan. With Andy Andromeda's help, they found the maps of the old aqueduct system. In the old days, they used to pull water from the mountains, and once they got clerics who could create some water, they no longer needed to do that. But now it's like corrupt and unusable. But that was like hundreds of years ago. But the only way to get through, like back and forth out of the city, is through the aqueduct. But the Thieves Guild does have some presence down there, so that might be a problem. Dave thinks Breyer thinks that Breyer could help get us through. So we decide that we would need to go through the aqueduct to get to a water reservoir outside of the city where we'll meet Theo and Theo Delaney. Y'all know who Theo Delaney is. Boss has beats. But we're bringing him back into the city so he can potentially help save the city. We decided to go on the next day. Why did I say this? We decided to go on the next day. We thought that Theo would come with this group called the Seven, but they decided not to come because they some punks or whatever. We also learned that we might have to swim a bit, so we decided to all split up and do some things to prep for the next day. What am I looking at? So we all split up. Starting with Breyer. Breyer goes and talks to a deep gnome named Nip Nip, who is of some importance with the Thieves Guild. She owns a tavern in Azmarin called the Tippled Lady. They have a really brilliant conversation in Thieves' Cant about how to get out of the city safely. And basically, they come to the agreement that Nip Nip can help as necessary to get them through the Thieves Guild area that could be a problem. Jude went to an apothecary where he saw an older high elf with some persuasion. He gets some potions of healing and some potions of water breathing. And he sees that for some reason, the apothecary gave him an extra potion. He does apologize for reasons he does not say, but he says that he will save the city. And he's like, yeah, Wakanda forever, basically. But we go to Tyrion and Charlie, who, Tyrion says he has a surprise for Charlie, which is like, what's that surprise? But it needs an hour to be prepped. So he's going down prepping, and then there's a knock at the door. Charlie's like, what is it? Beats, and it's Olympia. Olympia's like, come with me. We have to leave now. And she's like, oh my God, how did you get here? She's like, a man with wings came and got me out, but probably he did because of it. And she's like, come with me. And she's like, I need to get Tyrion. But she's like, no, only you. And she's like, I need to get Tyrion. And she's like, no, bitch, only you. And pulls her out basically and transforms into something that's not Olympia at all. As she's transforming, Charlie sending to Tyrion saying, I've made a mistake. Basically this thing knocked her the fuck out in like one attack. Tyrion finally gets out there and banishes this thing, which we learned was Abishai. But we learned that Charlie is corrupted or cursed, or something is very, very wrong. She can't breathe, and there might be something physically and magically inside of her. Tyrion's crying as he's messaging, like, Jude, Breyer, come over here. Charlie need help. And we're like, okay, we coming. Breyer notices some blood outside. Tyrion yells at Najwa, like, you cannot have her, knowing that Charlie's cursed and she's probably about to die. Breyer starts to see what she can do, talking to Najwa, seeing Charlie, Tyrion, and Jude's original name all in her book still. After Breyer asks what she can do, Nadra says, yeah, I probably can help you, but what will you exchange? Who will take Charlie's place, if you will? Because you can't heal nobody, but a life, can be given back for a life taken. And she says, one name, Hellbreaker. Dun, dun, dun. With her power surging and being the death oracle that she is, she does finish. Charlie is cured somehow, but we don't know what that means for Hellbreaker, both in and out of character. Charlie tries to reach out to Nakir, but the necklace glows for a second, but it's filled with the void of darkness. He don't come. In the night, Briar dreams about like the heavens or something and sees this really nice scythe. Sees her scythe and sees that some runes are now carved into the blade. And she also sees her true name, whatever that means. Something that is beyond mortal tongue. This blade is now a +3 weapon. Go Beach, you did that. In the morning, Charlie tries to call out to Nakir again, but he really does not respond. Tyrion finally shows, the surprise that he had for her. And it's a purple and green pseudo dragon. He made this familiar and he wanted to give it to her as a gift. Also, he fucking proposes to her, which was amazing, because he doesn't ever want to be away from her ever again. He says that she can name the familiar, which she has not done yet, looking at you, Mindy. But after all that's said and done, Briar says we need to go pick up somebody, which happens to be Nip Nip. We go get Nip Nip, and we decide that she can make a distraction, and we'll sneak by while she does that distraction, and we finally get to the aqueduct's entrance. Briar does etch into a rock, though, that the Reaper goes wherever she wants, which is like, yes, go off. We get in, we just talk for a long time. It's a long walk. Jude and Tyrion somewhat bond over their devil and angelic nature. But we finally get to this big open area where we see the lake, the water reservoir. But we see a something in the middle which has some bodies on it. And then these bodies get taken by some tentacles. And we're like, Beach, what's that? Charlie's holy symbol glows, and this thing reaches out to everyone, basically saying that they want Charlie's necklace. It's old, they might be old, but Charlie's necklace is older. And we learn this thing of a damn aboleth, and we're probably about to die. And we all say no. So let's see what happens.
What do we say to the aboleth of death?
Oh, maybe.
Definitely.
Already have
Can I change my mind?
We already have our initiative order. I would just like to remind everybody that the last time we played was for Extra Life. We raised a shit ton of money for sick kids, and it was great. However, today I will get us some combat music.
Oh wait, I didn't give. Oh.
What? Wait, this is too fun. I need different stuff.
Fun. We have. Oh, you mean the music?
Yeah. Is something wrong?
Are we keeping track of our crits and advantages?
They should be on the screen. Oh, Mindy, will you change your text size back to B2?
Yes. Will you give me my extra crit and advantage?
No.
Okay. I'm 4 and 3.
Okay.
Or 3 and 4, up and down. But yes, I will change. It's 2.
Yes, please.
Okay.
We have Jude at 21, Tyrion at 19, Briar at 20, and Charlie at 9.
That's embarrassing.
Healers should go last.
That's fair, and that's all I do, so.
Oh my god, it hates me.
So we all have Water Walk. Charlie has Mage Armor and Protection from Evil and Good.
And we all have aid.
We all have aid.
Yes.
Okay.
Oh my gosh, that's so many crits and advantages, y'all!
Good.
Alright, y'all keep track of them until the end of the
I
battle
got
for
you.
me.
Yeah, of course.
Okay. I did not roll for the applet yet. Is that music a little
2.
too loud? Hold on.
It was a little bit. I could turn my music down, my volume down.
No worries. It's just, I'm trying to hear with this fucking construction.
I'm not terrified. You're terrified.
Okay. Oh, I didn't roll. Plus. -1. Wow, okay. So 10.
Aw, dang it.
Okay, Jude. This creature, you are standing. Okay, so I know I promised Tailspire, but I couldn't get everybody's minis properly on the screen, so we're not doing it today. Whoops! You are standing on the edge of where this pathway ends and dips into water. There is 20 feet between you and the next center bit of land, and then another 20 feet after that. That center bit of land, that's where the brazier is lit, and there are the bodies. This hallway that you are currently in is about 20 feet wide, but it extends out to be about 50 feet wide, and then it comes back into 20. Does that make sense?
Gotcha. Yeah,
Cool.
yeah.
The aboleth is currently in the water. You can see its head. It's maybe 30 feet from you.
Okay, that's valid. Then I will say, cool. And you Water Walk is cast already or no?
Correct.
Yes.
Okay, cool. I will say, this thing is not to be mistaken for easy. Be careful. I cannot save you if you are too far, but you probably can save yourself. And with that, I will I'll make sure I have my sword out, and I will run across the water. I will run to the platform that's 20 feet in front of us.
Sure.
I will stop there. I will take my shield. I will bang the metal of my sword against the jewel that's in the middle, and as it ripples, as that sound wave kind of ripples off, a flash of infernal magic comes over me, as I also cast protection from good and evil aberrations, bitch.
Yeah.
So that's my action. And I don't have a bonus action really that is worth it. Let me work it. My thing that flip it and reverse it. Is that what I do? Is that what I do? Hold on, sorry, I might have just lied to you. No. That's
So, for the record, you
Yeah,
are
that's what I
standing
do.
on the center island with the bodies.
yeah, that's fine.
Okay. I mean, is that where you'd like to be?
Yeah. Because you said it was 20 feet and then another 20 feet to.
Yes.
And what's that 20 feet that's past where I'm at?
That is where the corridor continues on.
Oh yeah. So I'm in the middle basically.
Yes.
Yeah. That's perfect. Yep.
Yeah.
Actually, I'm gonna flip this around. I'll do the same thing, but as a bonus action instead, I cast Shield of Faith on myself.
Instead of protection for good,
Yep.
good and evil.
And then, cause that's still
So
a.
Tarion is
spell.
concentrating and Jude is concentrating.
Yep.
Is Charlie
And I hold my action if something attacks me.
What
I
is
will
your
attack
action
it.
to hold? You will hit with your sword.
To swing the fuck out of my sword. Yeah.
Okay. Charlie, are you concentrating? Nope. Okay. Okay. Which brings us to Tarion.
Action is Radiant Soul, of course, some wings and a halo. Movement 30 feet into the air.
Okay.
And free action then communicate telepathically with the pseudo dragon. Stay with Charlie. Whatever you do, stay with her. That's all I got.
Which brings us to Briar.
Okay, so seeing all my friends kind of leap into action, I suppose. How far is that center island? You said it's 20 feet across the water?
Yes.
Okay. And the brazier is currently lit, correct?
Yes. Correct.
Okay. I'm actually going to stay where I am for now, which is how far from the edge of the water?
I would say maybe as close or far as you want it to be. You could be 10 feet.
Okay, yeah. I'll probably stay about 10-ish, 15. I'll stay 10 feet back from the edge of the water. And I will, as a bonus action, use Spirit Shroud. So essentially, I kind of close my eyes in concentration for a moment, and then
a very small wind starts to whip around me. And although I don't, actually everybody can see this, I believe. All of these spirits start to manifest around me. And all my friends are here, which makes me feel really happy. All my ghosty friends. And so they stay with me for up to a minute. So I believe that other creatures can see them. And I also am going to, we're here now. I'm going to inflict wounds on the aboleth at 2nd level. And I'm going to auto crit.
Perfect. So you have to be touched, so you have to get within touch range of...
Oh, that's right. Let's do Guiding Bolt then.
Okay.
Because I don't want to get that close yet.
Sure.
So I'll Guiding Bolt.
What's your total with the auto crit?
The auto crit should be, are we doing the one where you roll the one and double the other one?
You can either roll the total and double that, and then add your modifier, or you can roll double the dice. It's up to you.
Okay. So let's see. 5, 7, 9, 12. So 15, that's 1. And 20, 25, 29 points of damage, of radiant damage. And then an additional d8 with my ghosty friends.
So 2d8 or double.
I don't know if it just says you deal an extra 1d8 damage.
Since you crit.
Oh, but it is at oh no, it's a 3rd level spell. So
I would say let me look into it. For now, I'll say let's not double the spirit shroud damage.
Okay, so 33 points of damage.
Okay.
And one other question. So the pool is kind of rounded, correct? It's a roundish
ovalish.
Shape? Ovalish. Am I on the skinny end of the oval or the wide end?
Skinny end.
Okay. I'm going to kind of move towards my left, like towards a wall a little bit, but
definitely
only 10 more feet, and that's it for me.
Okay. This guiding bolt streaks down out of nothing, out of nowhere, and illuminates this creature. The next attack roll against it has advantages as it momentarily has been lit up. Which brings us to the aboleth's turn. Okay. Come in. Taco delivery. Oh my god, Abby the aboleth. Let's not. Okay. Charlie, where are you currently? You are right where you started?
Yes.
I need you
No, thank you.
to make a wisdom saving throw.
Okay. Yeah, I'm gonna burn an advantage on that.
Okay.
Is this an attempt to charm or fear or anything like
It
that?
is actually, you're right. So it automatically fails.
So, auto fail.
Dang it.
Can I take back my advantage?
You can take back your advantage.
Okay, thank you.
It is going to make an attack roll against you.
At disadvantage, please.
At disadvantage. Okay.
I don't think it's gonna matter, but
Does a 16 hit you?
it does.
No, it doesn't.
Barely though.
Yeah, it does.
We were saying like
What's with mage armor? What's your AC?
14, isn't it?
What's your dex? What's your dex?
One.
modifier?
One.
Fuck, it's 14.
Yeah. I'm not good at the things, y'all. I do the healies.
A tentacle reaches out of the pool and slams against you, and you feel yourself hit the wall. You're gonna take 12 points of bludgeoning damage, and I need you to make a Constitution saving throw.
Ooh, let's just. I am gonna burn that advantage.
Okay.
Oh, much better. Oh god, the 18. I don't have a con modifier.
Okay, that's a success. You are currently not diseased.
Oh, thank God.
Yeah, if you were 10, if you didn't move, you're still 20 feet away from me. 20 feet away from me.
You moved. Yeah, you moved though, Jude.
Yeah.
Yeah. The next one is going to reach up for his Tarian. That's a natural 20.
No, thank you.
Okay.
Are you flying?
He's flying, yeah.
Yeah. So Camille, no. Okay, it's fine.
What's wrong?
No. I was thinking shield, but even then, I think my AC is 20 at that point. So.
It's a 29 to hit.
Yeah, that'll do it. Yeah.
Yeah. Can you take a total of 25 points of bludgeoning damage from me and make a Constitution saving throw?
Oh,
Okay.
I sure can.
Did you fly forward at all? Or did you just go straight up?
He would have flown, I guess, kind of at an angle. So yeah, forward probably a little bit. So he's not actually 30 feet up. He'd probably be closer to like 20 or 25.
If you were at 20, if you flew 20 feet, you are in my radius. If you did 25, you're not. You have to choose.
Okay. Yeah. If he's in, he would probably stick closer to the radius then.
Then you have a +4 to your saving throw.
Okay. All right.
Make first a concentration check.
Oh, sorry. Yeah. But that's still a saving throw.
Okay, so concentration check is a 19, and the saving throw was a net 20.
Okay.
Oh,
Sweet. You still
So
take
it was
that
25
damage,
points of damage, though?
though. It was.
Okay.
And the third attack is actually going to be at you again, Tarian.
You scared of me? You're not gonna fight me?
You look pretty... This is a very smart creature. That's going to be a 21 to hit. 22 to hit.
Yeah.
Okay. 12 points of bludgeoning damage. And once more, 2 more con saves. The first for your concentration and the second for diseased.
Desi sad.
Okay. Concentration's gonna break. That was a 17 plus, what was it, plus what, Jude?
4.
Plus 4. Okay, so 21.
What did you roll on your con? On the original con check?
For the original con save was a 17. And so plus 4 is 21, and then for my concentration I rolled a 9. So
9 plus 4.
Oh, I
It's a
get that
saving
for-
throw.
oh, okay.
It's
Con
technically
checks
a
are
saving
saving throws.
Yeah.
Okay.
So,
So,
which means you do
yeah.
a 14, which is 10 or half the damage. So your concentration's not broken.
Yeah.
Okay.
Beautiful.
It's like we call like same thing like with initiative. Initiative is a check, but it's still a dexterity check.
That's true.
So
I
people
always
like
forget that.
make sure you're like yeah.
Yeah. All right, which brings us to Charlie.
oh goodness.
Oh goodness.
I would like to kind of give a side glance to all these spirits that are now kind of swirling around Briar. But I would like to maybe not be near this thing. I'm also a little hesitant to be particularly close to Jude because Jude tends to... But it's not attacking Jude, so it's probably going to be fine. I'm going to follow after Jude and try to get to I'm going to get to that 20 feet median building belam. And I did see, while I imagine there's like some like magicalness that I can sense that I am maybe a bit protected in a way that my dear sweet Tarian is not. So as I am running, I will give him a glance and I will... I will cast Cure Wounds at 2nd level.
Can you do that at a range?
Oh, you're right. That's wrong one. I'll do Healing Word. No, you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to, once I get to the middle of this little area, the Shimababla, I'm going to cast Beacon of Hope. Because that will get most people in range-ish. But I will, oh god, that's an action! Dang it! I know how to play D&D, y'all! Bonus action, are we at a point where I can bonus action another spell or no?
Are y'all 10th level or higher?
No, we are not.
Oh, then Briar should not have been able to do that. That's fine. I'll give you one since I gave Briar one.
Okay, then I will cast Healing Word at Tyrion at 2nd level. And that'll be 13, because I think Beacon of Hope regains maximum hit points. So,
all right, so what was your bonus action is to cast Healing Word?
Yes, my action was Beacon of Hope.
Okay.
And then 2 plus the spell's level, so 4. So 17 points of healing.
Okay.
For Tyrion.
At the end of your turn, it is going to tail swipe Tyrion. That is going to hit. Tyrion, I need you to make a... Nope, that's not true. You're going to take 15 points of bludgeoning damage. As a tentacle comes out of the water and just swipes at the back of your wings. It's one of its legendary actions. Which brings us to... I'm sorry, Charlie. Is that the end of your turn? I made a big assumption there. Because you did bonus action.
You're muted.
You did bonus action and movement.
I'm not necessarily hiding behind Jude, but I am very aware that Jude is far more adept at the fightings than I, so I would like to kind of, as much as I can, wedge myself between him and this brazier. Yeah.
Sure. Which brings us to Jude.
Mm.
The aboleth you see has sunken down into the water.
Little bitch.
It's you get the sense that this is a smart creature that you're fighting. And it's not about to put itself in your range. In fact, it seems to be avoiding you entirely.
Yeah, that's a good fucking thing to do. How about that? Okay. Then... What is taking a potion for you? Action or bonus action?
A healing potion is a bonus action.
Not a healing potion.
I mean, technically, I would say...
Because people have different thoughts on potions that are like, yeah.
They do. I think if it's a healing potion, it should be fine, but if it's any other potion, it'll be an action.
Actually, let me check one. Sorry, let me check one small thing.
Mindy, is that concentration? Yeah, okay. And Tyrion, you are on deck.
Well, I asked you because you're the DM of this game. We have water walking on us. If we want to go under the liquid and stay under, we okay, cool. Okay, yeah. I look back at the group and I say, well, do I have another bonus action that's not concentration? I do not think I do. No, they're all concentration. That's fine. Cool. I look back and I say, it's avoiding me. Good reason. Stay on guard. I take out the potion of water breathing, I down it, and then I jump in the water.
Beautiful.
So I jump in the water and I swim as close as I can to get to it.
Dude, as you dive into the water, the sounds behind you fade away. This water is viscous, especially viscous. You feel sort of it's slick against your skin. It is tainted. It is rotten. As you dive down, you see... what's your dark vision range? You don't have dark vision, do you?
My sword's glowing!
Your sword is glowing! What is the range of your sword glowing?
5 feet!
Oh my god! Oh
wait, Anna. Let me make sure.
How are you gonna find
I'm probably, yes, I believe. 5 feet. A 5 foot radius. Is my shield glowing? No.
my god, I love this game. As you dive into the water, it is suddenly dark and suddenly very, very quiet.
And suddenly see more? Okay.
That is your
That is my turn.
Tarian! What are you doing?
Tyrion was just about to cast Lightning Bolt, and
Cannot currently see the creature.
well, it's in water, but so is Jude. So that's okay.
Also, really quickly, I want to say that water breathing doesn't give you a movement in water. It just allow you to swim in water.
Yes.
So I probably only went like 10, 15 feet down.
Yeah.
I'm going to say I went 10 feet down and stopped because I'm like, well, I can't see shit. But I guess, but I put my sword out and I'm just like watching. But 10 feet also because if you're on that platform, you still have my presence.
Look at Jude being tactical.
So I can't see the aboleth at all, not even like its shape in the water, even with dark vision.
What's the range on your dark vision? 60 feet?
Yeah.
You could make a faint outline, but you would have to attack at well, it's a dexterity saving throw for lightning bolt, so
Oh, he's not doing lightning bolt, but all of my spells are kind of like, you gotta see it because, you know, like even Toll the Dead is that.
Gosh, that's tough.
That's
Obscure.
fine. I can do something else.
Yeah. Anything under the water is heavily obscured.
Okay. In that case, bonus action to drink a healing potion.
Okay.
And I think he's going
blocks
to
vision entirely. I'm sorry.
No, that's all good.
Okay.
And then he is going to use his flight movement to kind of hover above the island and just try to keep an eye out because he does not have any type of water breathing to help Jude out. So at this point, they're just waiting for one body or another to surface, I guess. He will prepare an action though. If the aboleth does surface, he will prepare. He'll prepare Toll the Dead.
Okay, that's fair.
Who did I give the other potion to? Briar or Charlie? Did I give it to Briar? Okay. If I had two of them, well, I'm gonna make sure.
Speaking of Briar, what are you doing? You see everybody kind of conglomerating around this center island. Except for Charlie.
Are the bodies moving? The ones that are around this?
No. In fact, Briar, your spirit shroud, as it shimmers around you, has a few new faces.
Okay. I guess I'm going to try to make my way to that center island as well. Actually, no. I don't want to. That doesn't seem productive. I am going to. I think I might just hold an action, actually.
What action would you like to hold, and what would you like to be the trigger?
I want to wait until I can. Oh, you know what? Actually, let's try this. I want to attempt to, given that I was able to see it a minute ago, kind of concentrate on its form. My memory of its form. Oh, what? What? Say it.
It's glowing!
Oh, well, faint.
That's right.
Yeah. That's
You
more
guys, we're
flavor.
all forgetting all the rules today, but
That's
it's fine.
more flavor text than anything
It's fine.
for advantage on the next hit against it.
Oh, because no one's attempted to hit it since
Correct.
then.
Correct. So you could try to hit it at a straight roll.
All right. Well, good call, CB. I think I will then save that, and I am going to attempt to. I'll just try Toll the Dead. I guess a straight roll since advantage cancels out the disadvantage.
Well, Toll the Dead is not a hit to a roll to hit. It's a saving
Oh, that's
throw.
right. It's a save.
Yeah.
then I'm going to go back to my other thing and let
Okay.
somebody else have that. I am going to attempt to utilize my, this is probably not going to work, but my moral failings ability, my moral crisis.
Okay.
So just
Is
kind
it
of concentrating on it. What were you going to say?
Is it a creature you can see?
Nope.
Who wrote that?
Who knows? Yeah, I am going to kind of in my mind, not knowing really if it can hear me or not, because Briar has zero understanding exactly of what this is.
Okay.
But I think in her mind just says, think about how everybody's going to say, what a poor guardian you are if you let us mere mortals take you down so easily, and send forth that message to
What's
it.
the
Has to
save?
make it save, yeah.
That's a 4. What's the saving throw?
14.
Of what's the throw? Like, what's the type?
Oh, wisdom.
It's a 10 total.
Amazing. It is now stunned,
Okay.
and it will remain stunned for 5 rounds unless it can make a save at the end of its turns.
Yep.
Okay,
Yep.
that's it for me. I'm gonna hang out.
That's it for that's all. That's all. Whew. Which brings us to the Aboleth's turn. It can do nothing but make it save. It doesn't make it save.
Hey, that's one.
Charlie.
Okay, well, I don't really know anything that's going on because it is very dark, and I just know that Jude jumped into the water.
Yep.
I can't really see anything. I would like to pull out of my pocket. Not that. You know, I just want to pull out a small gold piece, and I will cast light, and I will toss it in the water so I can maybe see, or I can't see. So,
You toss it in the
Rich
water.
person move.
well, to be fair, I only have 5, so now I have 4.
Okay.
Charlie.
Yes.
You toss. I've been waiting for this.
Oh, wait, no, I don't like this.
You cast light
Yeah,
on this coin and you drop it down,
sure.
and it begins to sink, and you see Jude, his form, with this sword kind of in the water as he starts to try and look around him. You see the Aboleth 20 feet from him, 15 feet from him, stunned, frozen, and the coin continues to fall. And as it does, you begin to see floating bodies in the water, and as it gets to the bottom, something stirs. And you see
Oh.
more tentacles begin to appear as a second Aboleth
I'm sorry,
begins
what?
to swim up to the surface.
I'm so
I mean,
sorry.
that sounds right.
Oh my god, I'm so sorry, y'all. Oh my god.
Our corruption is fulfilled.
That's a corruption? How dare you?
Oh god. I don't even know what to oh my god. Okay, I don't even know. I don't have any bonus actions. I'm pretty sure I'm just... Oh, you know what I would like to do? Can I cast, I would like to cast... The one that's closest is the Jude. I'm gonna cast... Oh, this seems like a terrible idea.
What is it? What is it, Mindy?
I just want to, like, maybe keep it from attacking the Jude, because Jude's the closest to this now very mobile, large, massive
It's
creature.
It's pretty far down there.
Oh,
it doesn't.
okay.
It just has stirred. It has not done anything.
Oh, so
yet.
it's not awake yet. It's just, like, taking...
It's. I mean, it's awake.
No, it's okay. It's sleeping. I would just, like to cast, I imagine I can see Shield of Faith already cast on Jude.
Yeah.
Well, in that case, what a beautiful bonus action that she'll never use. I will just then cast. No, you know what? I'm going to do it. I'm going to cast Sanctuary. Actually, no, I'm going to cast Sanctuary on Tyrion because Tyrion has been earning a bit of attention, and Jude is doing okay. I could kind of see him, and I know I have another gold coin that I can toss down if I need to see him again.
The coin hits the bottom at this point, has finally hit the bottom of this large cavern, this water-filled cavern, and you see just bodies and gold.
Cool. So how deep is it? Because I don't know how it works. I don't... Okay, so we can barely see the light, because it's like 20 and then 20. Yeah. So okay. Perfect. Yeah, I would actually like to continue. Actually, I have a question. For Beacon of Hope, when I initially cast it, it's still on all the people. I don't have to stay within the 30-foot range once it's cast. I just have to maintain concentration, correct?
Correct.
I know. Okay, perfect. Then I am gonna boot, scoot, and boogie toward, because we're just trying to get through, y'all.
Yes,
like I'm heading toward. I'm gonna keep going then.
Okay.
And just get to the other side and then wait patiently for my friends to arrive so that we may leave. That'll be my turn.
I will say the rest of you also saw these things that Charlie saw.
In the water? Yeah.
Yes.
Oh, yeah. Oh.
Jude, it's your turn.
It's my turn. I mean, yeah, I was going, once I saw the coin float by the stunned thing, and I go, that's convenient. And I swim 15 feet towards it to attack the shit out of it.
It's an auto crit.
Is it really?
Yes, it is incapacitated.
Then I'm gonna attack twice.
Okay.
And I'm going to.
You do have to be able to hit it, so you have to roll. But upon a hit, it is an auto crit.
Oh, sorry. Yeah.
No,
That's fine. That's fine. It's not. It is at advantage because it's stunned.
Yes. And if you hit it as a critical attack.
Yeah, that was a 16 on the die, so that's a 23 to hit.
I need you to make for each attack you make. I need you to make a Constitution saving throw.
Okay, let me do the second real quick. That's another 16 on the die with a natural 1 on the other one. Fuck you. And it was actually my Jude dice that got me those. Okay, so you said 2 Constitution.
Yes.
That's a 7, so 15. No, 12.
12 total, okay.
And 10.
Okay.
No, that's a lie. I forgot I have. No, that's correct. It already calculates in for me.
Are you immune to disease?
I am.
Fuck! Why did I even know you were? God damn it!
I just wanted you to say he was diseased.
Nah!
Because basically, I feel like once that mucus starts to come over him, you can see it immediately singed an infernal power off of him. He gets like, ugh. So yeah.
Paladins! They're so OP!
Okay, so with those crits, okay.
Give me some damage.
I'm just gonna do this in my head real quick. 1 second. One of them is 2nd level, the other is 1st level Divine Smites. So let me just do all this at once. My apologies.
No
so
worries.
That's.
While you're rolling that damage, I'll have Tyrion go ahead and take his turn if that's okay with you.
Go for it.
Okay.
Yeah. Tyrion still can't do much because he can't see them. He will message Jude. Jude, that's not something we can win. Get out of the water and let's flee for our lives. And with that, you can respond to this message. He will use his other bonus action, healing potion of healing, and then he's not going to leave Charlie behind. He will fly down to land next to Charlie.
Okay.
10, 20.
That's all I got.
So, firstly, 41 points of slashing.
Okay.
Plus, then 1, 2,
I'm writing this down.
3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 2. 10, 17. 17, 23, 29, 34.
Just me waiting for my
38,
paladins to calculate their damage.
38, 30.
Your web captioner said square.
51 points of radiant damage.
You carve a massive slice into this aboleth, and you can hear it scream. Each one of you hears it scream in pain as you have pulled it to near death. At the end of your turn / Tarian's turn, you feel movement near you in the water.
Mm-hmm.
Tarian and Charlie. Okay. Tarian, I need you to make a wisdom saving throw.
You have advantage.
I do. Okay. 18.
Okay. You are not charmed. However, actually just Tarian. You're gonna take 2 tentacle attacks from this second aboleth as it comes up and tries to. It actually is reaching for Charlie, but you are in the way. As usual.
Does have disadvantage.
Huh?
It has disadvantage because of Sanctuary.
Okay. My second roll was a natural 20. Okay, that's gonna be.
So the natural 20 is cut out.
Correct. Yeah. 12 points of bludgeoning damage on the first hit.
Oh wait, I'm sorry. I misread Sanctuary.
It has to make a wisdom
Any
saving
creature
throw.
who targets the warded creature with a harmful spell or attack must make a wisdom saving throw. So it has to make a wisdom saving throw. It's going to attack me, or if it succeeds, it can hit me. If it fails, it has to pick another
20
target.
on the wisdom save.
Yeah,
I'm gonna
okay.
re-roll the attacks. Okay, both attacks will hit you. That's gonna be a total of 24 points of bludgeoning damage.
Okay. Even with shield, they would hit.
That's a 26 and a 25.
Yeah, that's okay. Yep, that's good. Okay. And I'm sorry, it was how much ridiculous damage?
12 and 12.
Okay. Cool.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Is
Doing fine. Doing great.
Oh no. Protection of good from good and evil is that still up?
Oh yeah. I do have to roll. I have to roll 2.
Yeah. 2 con saves.
You're too far from me to get the
Correct.
Yeah. It was still 15 and 19. So.
Okay. Pretty good. Briar, you are up.
Okay, so now both Tarian and Charlie are in that far hallway.
Yes, and there's
And
an
Jude's
aboleth
still
sort of
in the
near
water.
them. Yeah. And Jude is in the water.
Oh, really quickly, Jude would have responded, I will stall. You all leave.
Okay.
Like.
Well, he said that to the message, yeah.
Sure. Yeah. And the second aboleth that is attacking Tarian, I can see pretty clearly is not the one that is, because that one's still stunned.
You actually can see it coming up out of the water.
The stunned one?
Not the non-stunned one.
Okay.
Number 2.
Got it. Okay, I will make my way across the water to that island now, where the brazier rests. Does this look like regular fire?
Yes.
Okay. Got it. I'm going to stay on that island, posted up. And I think to the second aboleth that is attacking my Um, I will. I'll cast Sacred Flame at that one.
It's a dex save?
It is.
Ooh. That's a 7 minus 1.
Okay. So 2d8. Are these d8s? Yeah. Ooh, an 8 and a 6, so 14 points of radiant damage.
Beautiful.
And it's melee attacking, right? It's within 5 feet of my...
It is not within 5 feet.
Okay. Then that is it for me. I am going to... I think I might attempt to bonus action hide behind the brazier from the second one that's not stunned.
Why don't you make a stealth check for me?
Okay.
I love asking rogues for stealth checks.
Look, did Sacred Flame hit or no?
It did.
Yes. That's
For
actually,
how much damage did you say?
it was 14 points of, and I'm going to use an advantage because that was not that good roll. Okay, that's better. So that's 23 for stealth.
Oh, yeah, you feel pretty hidden.
Okay, then that is my turn.
All right. After Briar is the first aboleth, it gets to make a see if it is unstunned. What's the save? Wisdom?
Correct.
Is a 16 a success?
I believe so. Let me double check. Yeah, it is.
Okay. It is unstunned, but that's the end of its turn, which brings us to Charlie.
DM,
Player.
how much would it cost me to force a failed save? I have the equivalent of 4 crits right now.
All 4 crits.
I would like to cast Banishment on the second aboleth.
Okay. Where are you sending it? Oh, to a harmless demiplane, right?
Unless it, yeah.
What is this? Is it a touch?
No, 60 feet radius.
That's
60
right.
feet.
Didn't you say in Death's Keepers that aboleths are from the plane of water?
In a way, let me think.
Because at that point, it's permanently banished.
Yeah, it definitely goes back to a different plane. Yeah, it's not going to be here.
If its body is destroyed, it returns to the elemental plane of water, where a new body coalesces for it over a days or months. You know what? You're using 4 crits? Why the fuck not?
So I will put a hand on Tyrion's shoulder. I imagine Tyrion has very much so, as we have already established, put himself between me and this second aboleth. I can see it kind of, you said it's kind of peeking up over the surface of the water. Mm-hmm. I will put a hand on Tyrion's shoulder and kind of step past. And I will just say, "You're not welcome here. Go home." And I will cast Banishment. And it will
The
go
water,
away.
the water begins to swirl around it in a momentary whirlpool, and then there's a ripple, almost like somebody has jumped into the water of a cannonball as water comes up and splashes back down, and the aboleth is gone.
Well, the one aboleth is gone.
The one aboleth is gone.
I'll take it.
The other aboleth is severely injured by Jude, which brings us to Jude's turn.
And Jude looks at them who has now shaken off their stun. And I look at it, I smile as I point to my my forehead with my shield, like saying my mind. And mentally I say, because they probably can understand me, I say, unfortunately, you decided to fuck with an angel, a devil adjacent, someone who finds the power within herself, and then literally death. I think that was a bad decision on your part. 2 auto crits.
Okay.
That
How do you want to do this?
He's dead. He's dead. Yeah. As I say that, my sword begins to glow as I think of glory is the wrong word, but an idea of proving that he is truly trying to change things for the better. especially doing that by destroying something as corrupt and wrong as this aboleth is. Unfortunately thinks of his mother for a moment before he settles on Hellbreaker. He says, I hope you're proud of me, Father. And then stab until like he knows in his father's stories, he knows that there's a spot underneath like his stomach that they really don't like. So he searches for that spot and just right up into them guts. And twist, hopefully destroying this thing.
The aboleth gives out a scream and a mental scream, and you all feel yourselves kind of clutching at your head. No psychic damage applies, but it is definitely painful to hear this aboleth scream as it fades from this world.
And with mucus on him, he's just still flicking that off, even underwater, flicking off the aboleth grossness. He attempts to swim back to the surface.
Jude, you're able to haul yourself up onto this opposite side, drenched in foul water.
You all might want to stay away. I might be immune to its disgust, but you might not be. And I will.
How?
I can say, where's the other one?
Gone. We should keep going.
Yes.
How's everyone looking?
I took
now
no
that
damage.
Oh,
Also
and neither did Briar. Okay, so Tyrion, how bad you looking, Boo? Pretty bad, right?
You mean the wizard that tanked this battle?
It's fine. You can take 35 health. You could take 35 hit points.
Hey, I appreciate that. That's really nice of you. That's yeah, that's good. Okay, I'm only missing 3 hit points because I forgot about my abjuration ward, which would have absorbed 17 hit points at somewhere along the line.
It's fine. This is what is D&D?
You just make it all up as we go.
What's that? What? I thought we were playing checkers. And I suppose we keep on keeping on once we've kind of.
Yeah, I guess as that all dies down, I will just blow kisses at all my ghost friends. I'll see you again soon. And I'll head towards the rest of the group.
Okay, let's go.
Go ahead.
I would say we keep going.
I assume it's dark, so I might try to, scout ahead like 15-ish feet.
Yeah.
Especially seeing how squishy Tyrion and Charlie have just traditionally been.
I look at Tyrion and I say, I know that your magic is more studied. Do you have the one my mother used to call it the cleaning cantrip?
I don't. No, I have the one that makes a hand, and the one that makes thoughts into ribbons, and the one that makes the sounds of bells in your head, and the one that talks to you in your head. But I never took prestidigitation. But yes, I wish I had, because you smell awful. And I mean that in the nicest way, because thank you for killing that aboleth.
Yeah, it did. Yeah.
We'll get you cleaned up soon.
Just walking muck and nasty. But yeah, that's fine. Well, I didn't even need to swim. I literally would have I'm just thinking about it back paddling after I killed the aboleth. I just lay back as I let the water carry me back up because I still have water walking on me. Go back up, please.
Briar, why don't you make a perception check for me?
Perception. That's a natural 20, which is, that would have been helpful. But so 24.
as you start to sort of scramble ahead, how often do you check back in with the group? Like if you go like 30 minutes or an hour or...
I mean, I stay listening to them behind me to make sure that they don't stop or that something doesn't happen behind me. But probably every 30, 45 minutes, I'll just, are you guys okay?
Yeah, we could open a link of message. Just check in every now and then.
Yeah, it's gonna be about 2 more hours before you begin to see the light of day. Is there anything I would like to do in this time?
Charlie, that was incredibly impressive.
I'm not sure if it was really impressive or just lucky, but I suppose I'll take it either way. I'm just glad Jude was able to handle that other one.
Exactly. Jude, you were also incredible. That was amazing.
Thank you. I heard stories of that one, and I am glad that we could take it out.
If I didn't know better, I'd think you were a hero or something.
No hero.
Briar, those were some... your friends? You called them? Do they visit often?
Well, sometimes, some of them. There was a few that I didn't recognize, but...
Oh.
Yeah, I'm real smart, so I'm pretty sure all those dead bodies, probably a couple of them were like, hey, we want to hang out. So that's, I think, who they were. I don't know them.
Oh.
Why?
Just curious.
You don't like them?
No, I just wasn't expecting more friends.
Oh.
But that's okay. I mean, it seemed like they were helpful. And
yeah.
If nothing else kept you safe. Maybe even kept us safe. So...
yeah, I mean, maybe. They just, I don't know, they just make me feel better to have them around. Kind of like you guys.
The feeling's 100% mutual, Briar. Charlie's crying right now. Sorry.
It's fine. I'm fine. I just have a stick in my eye.
Mm-hmm.
Don't put sticks in your eyes.
That's
I feel
very...
like I shouldn't have to explain this stuff.
Very good advice. Very good advice, Briar. I shall keep it with me.
How are you feeling? He says it to Charlie as they're walking. Is still the thing? Or?
Do I feel any different?
Oh, it fucking hurts.
Oh, cool.
Yeah, it sucks. A lot.
Does it feel like someone's like pressing on my... Does it feel like the beginnings of
it feels like you kind of just had open heart surgery.
Oh.
Yeah. Especially with that banishment spell, you feel it took a lot out of you.
I will admit I have felt better, but don't really have room to stop or rest or linger on it.
I'll take a look tonight.
That would be fine, as...
I cast X-ray.
Oh, I was like, what?
I was like, wait, what? What is this? Best spell ever.
I'll take 2d10 radiation damage.
Oh, no. It's not pleasant, but, I imagine it will get better with time.
But you feel...
I feel like me, it just... I'm very aware that my chest was carved open. But I feel like me. It just feels like what I imagine a typical wound of this nature would feel. There's nothing magical. That it's just healing, I think.
Question. Everything that happened last session and basically bumping the curse to someone else, would I be aware of the fact that there's still something in there or not really?
I don't think that part is in your realm of expertise.
Okay, that's fine.
Yeah. Solid question, though.
Well, as long as you are fine and whatever Briar did, glad you are still walking.
As am I. And with any luck, we'll all.
I don't want to say that. That sounds ableist. I'm glad you're still going.
Rewind.
Sure. As am I, and hopefully we can get to Theo and get back with minimal difficulties. I'll kind of glance back towards the room with the 2 amulet that we left.
Tyrion will take her hand. I mean, honestly, how much worse can it get? I shouldn't have said that.
I wish you hadn't said that.
Right. It feels like someone's listening who could make things worse. No, it'll be fine. Everything's
It will be. It will be. It should be fine.
It takes maybe another 30 minutes before you all begin to see the literal light at the end of the tunnel. This carved tunnel comes out into a beautiful setting. It's late afternoon, early evening, and you find yourself stepping out into cold, brisk air. Trees surround you, and if you look behind you where you came out, you see downhill, down mountain. Well, you see the city of Azmarin. Between you and the city of Azmarin is an encampment of Imperial soldiers. In front of you is another mountaintop, but before that is a large lake. You have made it to the rendezvous point. And as you all look around, you realize for the first time that you've left the city.
How long? The soldier encampment is downhill from us, you said? Okay, just making sure. That's it.
They're pretty far.
Strange how much clearer the air feels.
Definitely a bit easier to breathe without all the smoke.
Can I look around and see if I see anybody that might be waiting for us or in this area?
Roll perception.
19.
No, not currently. You are a little early.
Jude is, he did the whole, once he got out, kind of stretched and definitely still shook off some of the wetness that's on him, but finally turned around and saw the city as a whole. I think it begins to stare almost absentmindedly at what it used to be and now what it is. And physically seeing what he helped create. And it's just staring.
What does the city look like from out where we are?
The main thing that you see that draws your attention is the Imperial soldiers that are camped around the city. You know that they are there to keep any of the devils from escaping and roaming the countryside and causing havoc. The In the air, you sort of see little motes of darkness in the air, sort of maybe flying creatures that are taking patrol, or you've seen the outside of the city a few times, and it's been a delight to see. The city is beautiful and old. There are several missing buildings of the skyline, several buildings missing from the skyline. The Temple of Ayun being one of them. There are a few plumes of smoke. And Charlie, make a perception check, please.
Oh, thank God, it's really... Oh, never mind. 17. I'm perceptive.
Charlie, you stand staring at the city that you were born and raised in. You find your eyes drawn to the castle. And you see at the very top is the bell tower. And you feel yourself breathing a sigh of relief. And then fear begins to well in your heart as you hear the sound of the bell tolling. Once, twice, 3 times. And that is where we will take our midway break. Please, everybody, go get up, stretch, pet your pets, get some water. We will be right back.
Oh baby, I love your madness. It's so incredibly beautiful. Oh baby, I love your madness. It's...
Welcome to our Patreon. Here on Open for Adventure, we are making high quality Dungeons and Dragons content, folks. We have a great big world to share with you, and by becoming a patron, you can help us explore and expand upon this adventure. With your support, we can invest in more amazing artwork, better mics, fancy cameras, and overall stream quality. Not to mention, help us get some amazing new merch that we can use for giveaways. What do you get by becoming a patron? I'm so glad you asked. Let's take a look at the different levels and give you a sneak peek at what you can get at each tier. Did you know that the family of the First Lord Theo, the leader of the rebellion against the Empire, actually invented firearms nearly 25 years prior to the current campaign? The designs for this high-tech weapon are the Delaney family's best-kept secret. Also, they were originally invented by the late First Lady Victoria, Theo's mother. Access to lore leaks like this is what you can expect from the first tier, written in blog-style posts after each weekly session. Ever wondered what goes on off-camera? The next 3 tiers give you exactly that. With Stolen Moments, you can get access to text-based roleplay moments, highlighting experiences that don't make it onto the stream, like Leona's training session with Ray and Azmarin. Stolen Moments Plus gives you access to roleplay moments featuring our guests, non-player characters, and historical figures, featuring the likes of Marshall, Annalena, and even the Empress herself. And Roleplay Addiction takes us to a whole other level. This tier gives you exclusive 30-minute videos of canon interactions not otherwise seen on stream, like late-night drunken interactions between paladins or tender moments featuring your favorite character ships. The Warm Fuzzies is super simple. It's everything I've listed so far, and also you get your name on stream after our weekly regular sessions. Every session. And our Undying Love. And finally, the most epic of all Patreon tiers. Drum roll, please! The Lore Master. This ultimate and final tier gets you first look access at all of the content going into our upcoming, official, Open for Adventure campaign setting. Lore, maps, monsters, items, dungeons, dragons. Go ahead, have a look around, make yourself at home, and consider becoming a patron to help us make this fantasy world a little bit closer to reality.
Oh, hi! My name is Express Love. I'm the Sanmarian god of coffee. Did you know that in Sanmaria, every cup of coffee is made with found familiar coffee beans? That's canon. In Sanmaria, every cup.
Oh, baby, I love your madness. It's so incredibly beautiful. Oh, you shine like gold, so selfless to all, and wild like an animal. Some would say I'm insane in the right in a way, but I just love to play in your fun and your games. Always hungry for more, that's just how I was born. Take me somewhere I don't know, and give me your freedom. Whoa, you love me to pieces, yeah, I need it. Want your pandemonium, life is so easy. Whoa, you love me to pieces, yeah, I need it. Want your pandemonium. The limit of love is endless, I know. Just do what you want with me. Yeah, I want it all. Could care less the cost. I give you my everything. Some would say I'm insane in the right in a way, but I just love to play in your fun and your games. Always hungry for more, that's just how I was born. Take me somewhere I don't know, and give me your freedom. Whoa, you love me to pieces, yeah, I need.
Welcome back. We return to Ashes of Azmarin, where the party has actually left the city. Something that almost no one in the entire last 7 to 8 months can say. You find yourselves on a cliffside near a massive, beautiful, crystal clear lake, embedded in the woods, mountain up ahead of you and down below you, looking at your city. At the moment, Briar, you do not see anybody around, friend or foe. And Charlie, you and the rest of the party have just heard the very distant, faint sound of 3 tolling bells, signifying that another Delaney has been strung over the castle walls, this Delaney being Olympia, Charlie's first love.
Charlotte.
Yes.
I'm very sorry.
I just need a moment. And I will step away. And I would like to just take a moment. And I will pull out a ring. It's not like there are plenty of like family rings that go around. I would imagine the fancy families of Azmarin, and when we were younger, Olympia and I traded. So I have one that belonged to her. And I would like to get out the letter that she sent me. And I would just like to read it, and I will cast thaumaturgy so that I can hear her laugh one more time. And I'll give myself a moment. And I'll let myself be as devastated as I knew I would be. And then I will collect myself, tuck the ring folded into the letter back into my belongings, and return to my friends, probably looking a little sadder.
The first person you see is Tyrion.
Tyrion.
It's okay. I'm here.
I'm just gonna go in for a hug. And probably start crying again.
Holds her tight. It's alright. I know.
As they're embracing, obviously Jude turned around to see that she was, having this emotional moment, but doesn't ponder too long, turns back and looks at the city. And is hoping with all his might and as much hope as he can muster that Xavier is still alive. But that's all.
Charlotte, what is your happiest memory of Olympia? You don't have to say it, just focus on it for just a minute. And he did this before for another one of the Delaney's. He'll detect thoughts and create an encode message and just tie it around her wrist. It's important to remember the good times too. And I know she loved you very much.
She did.
We have a lot in common then.
Thank you, Tyrion. Truly. I thought maybe it would be easier. Thought I could prepare myself for this moment. Maybe I did as best I could.
We're never really prepared for things like this.
No, I suppose not.
Just take all the time that you need. There's no rush on feelings like this.
Thank you. For everything, Tyrion.
Only fair, I literally would be dead 6 times, if not for you.
Probably 7, but who's counting? So we do.
What, toward purpose of the end of that conversation, though he's not really listening, he finds himself stepping over next to Briar. Still, that height difference still is funny. But he probably finds, I assume if she's like looking for people, he finds like a small little, like a bowl or something he can like sit on. And says,
A note, Briar is probably about a good 50, 60 yards away at this point. So we'd be pretty far from Charlie and Terry.
oh, perfect. Yeah, he would. That's perfect.
Okay.
Yeah, he would go find her. And says, so by all accounts, we're free if we wanted to be.
As you say this, Briar had not yet made eye contact with you, and when I turn to look at you, you see that I am a little misty-eyed, which you have never seen before. It does feel nice to be back outside. I haven't seen grass in so long.
He connects the misty-eyedness to the feeling of freedom. He is not that intelligent, though. I used to come out with my mother and Gideon a couple of times, mostly at her urging. I guess now when I look back, it's so she could potentially hold on to something good while she was doing nefarious things. And perhaps I was too young to understand at that point, but I used to like coming out here, at least out in the open.
Did you guys have picnics?
With Gideon, no. He couldn't care less for true familial bonding. I think he wanted my mother as a prize more than anything. The fact that he could prove and say that he did it. Though love is an interesting thing. With help, with my father, we picnicked a lot.
Jude. I think even you can tell that she's weighing, calculating, struggling.
Is everything all right?
I think I did something bad.
Is this I know about the arcane, and I know about the divine. I know about nature. What you do is different. So did you go against the laws of your magic? Or did you I wish I could understand that more.
Jude, I've never been on a picnic. I've seen people do it, but I was never invited. But I feel like you go on picnics with people that you love.
Yeah, it's a way to relax and feel like for the next hour or so that everything's okay, even if it is okay, even if it's just stress at work or training went wrong, being able to just step away from it all and enjoy a meal with those you care about. It is it's not something I felt in a while. Perhaps when if if we survive all of this, perhaps the four of us could um have that brunch picnic. I'll bring the orange juice. I don't know how this works.
I mean, me either, so that's okay. Jude, I don't know if I deserve to go on a picnic. You, I didn't know that you.
Hey. No one is exempt from pain or suffering. No one is good all the time.
I mean, yes, but except for Charlie.
Except for Charlie. Though I'm still waiting for her to. I don't know. She's going to give in one day.
But Jude, have you ever done something so bad that it means that the people that you love will leave you?
I killed a battalion of guards to make sure the invasion of devils happened in the very city we love. So yes, I have. I'm the one person in this party who has done the most heinous things possible. I did it with a smile on my face because I thought it was pleasing someone who I thought loved me. And I don't know if I do, but if I can come back from that and still do good, you, little death girl, 100% can.
At this point, tears just start streaming down.
I hug her. Hey.
Yeah. I'm sorry. I'm really sorry.
I guess like I don't even say anything. I guess hold her. I feel like she needs some comfort. Cause he's still he's not putting it together, and that's fine.
After a few moments, I'll push away. Jude, I didn't know that. I mean, I guess your dad means a lot to you, huh? Even though he hurt you?
When she mentions that, he kind of just, you can see him get lost in thought for a second. My father, while I was young when he was killed, he suffered in the worst pits of hell. He suffered more than any of us have done in our city. And he came back from that. And he came back to find that the very son that he loved had destroyed the city that he loved, along with his once wife and a new person by her side. He watched as the very thing clinging him to existence, to humanity, corrupted and destroyed this place. I cannot blame him for the way he feels about me. But he's a good person.
Do you love him?
I do. I did not expect our meeting to go as it did, but I never thought to see him again. And now that I have my dad back, yes, once we deal with this, I do not know if I will have him in the way that I want, but he's back and he's safe, so that's okay.
I think I think I did something that I can't undo. That's gonna hurt you a lot. I'm sorry. I thought that maybe he hurt you. I've never seen you cry. So I got mad and and he was so mean and I don't know. Jude, I had to make a deal to save Charlie's life. I had to pull the curse out of her, but I had to put it somewhere else.
He takes a step back.
I'm sorry.
And where did you put the curse?
I'm sorry. I thought he hurt you. I. Dude, I'm sorry. I'm gonna try to find a way to fix it. I promise. I promise. I don't know. I don't know. I don't understand it all, but I can fix it.
You didn't, you didn't know, and,
I'm so sorry.
let's go find Theo. I turn away.
At this very moment, let us go to Tyrion and Charlie.
So Tyrion is just holding Charlie. I kind of imagine they're just sitting on the hillside, letting Charlie feel her feelings. Charlotte, this is... We need to have another one of those tough conversations.
Okay.
We don't have to go back. We're out of Azmarin. We don't have to go back.
What do you mean? It's our home.
My home burned down months ago. I had nothing keeping me there but you, and now you and I are out, and we can go and live our lives somewhere else. We don't have to go back there. There's nothing left.
There are people left, Tyrion. And I am sorry that you have experienced loss. You are not alone in that. But there are still lives that need our help. We are helping.
We were helping. Let them help themselves for just a little bit. I mean, you and I don't have... Charlie, I can't lose you. And if we go back, that is something that might happen. And if we just walk away now, we don't have to worry about that. You and I can just go and be happy somewhere else, anywhere else. The entire world is open to us now. We're not trapped anymore.
There are lives that need our help, and we can help them. We have shown that. And as such, we are responsible in doing so. Those lives matter no less than mine.
That's not the way that I see it. I would give every single one of them 5 times over for you.
You know I would hate you for it.
But you'd be alive, and I could live with that.
I couldn't. I'm going back, Tyrion. There are people that need us. My family, wrong as they might be, There are good people in that city that I care about. And hear me when I say I don't want anything to happen to you, or Jude, or Briar. But we are doing good. We are helping. And if there is even a chance of protecting some of the life that still remains in Azmarin, I have to be a part of that.
But at what cost? Are you willing to give up yourself? Are you willing to give up me for that? All these people, you don't even know their names or their faces.
That does not make their life any less important. I will keep you safe, Tyrion. I promise. I will do everything that I can to keep you safe, Briar, Jude. The people that we care about. But I cannot walk away knowing there was more I could do.
Charlotte, don't make promises you can't keep. I need a moment.
Take all the time you need.
And he will step away.
Briar and Charlie, what are your passive perceptions?
My passive is 14.
18.
Okay. Briar, you were looking, would you say you still are looking, or you find yourself a little distracted?
I feel like she's just turned away and is just kind of staring out at nothing, really.
Sure. Charlie, then you would be the first to see him. Cresting over from the north, from up the mountain. He's tall, taller than you remember. Very thin. Blonde hair. Blue eyes. Let's see, what age is he at this point? Oh gosh. He is dressed in ragged, almost like a uniform, essentially. Noble's clothing. He wears glasses that you can see are, one of the frames is actually broken. And he walks with a slight limp, but you can see along his back is a massive gun. Immediately you can tell that he looks rough. Emotionally, physically. He's still walking, still standing, but there's a defeated demeanor about this man. But as he approaches, you watch. He takes steadying breaths, and with each step closer, his limp starts to fade. His face shifts to very stoic, calm demeanor. You know this. This is the mask that nobles are trained to put on. Especially Delaney's. The Delaney's have perfected it. He approaches the four of you. You see his kind of like short blonde hair is messy. He takes off his glasses and does a little clean thoughtfully and puts them back on. I take it you are those who I'm supposed to meet. Do you have a name, or should I refer to you individually?
Firstly, I think they all were like in separate areas when,
Yeah.
when Theo came in. He was definitely staring back at the city, and would have turned around and walked up. Shaken, but he is just as stoic. He gets that from his father being a judge. No, pseudo father. It's Aegon.
Aegon, it's good to see you again. Theo is quite young, by the way. He is 22. Although you all would probably recognize a man who's been wise and beyond his years. He stretches out a hand to shake yours.
Jude shakes it.
He'll approach you, Briar. Theo, it's nice to meet you.
Yeah, you too. I'm nobody important. I'm just here for the ride.
Do you have a name?
Not anymore. Not one that I can say.
What shall I call you?
The Reaper.
Can you roll a d20 for me?
15.
Should you choose, as you say, the Reaper, you may don your otherworldly form. Ethereal wings extended behind you, shrouded cape.
Yeah, sure.
Miss Westwood.
As Jude sees that, you see him like visibly tense, and then look at Charlie. But that just
Ooh. I probably noticed that glance, but I don't know what it means.
and it's kind of a glare.
Okay.
Miss Westwood, it's been some time.
It's good to see you again, Theo.
It is. I regret I did not come sooner.
You're here now.
And lastly, he will turn to you, Tyrion. Theo.
Tyrion Cariatis, it's a pleasure to make your acquaintance.
Do you shake his hand?
Reluctantly. He's just standing with his arms crossed and he'll... Fine. So it's just you then?
Regrettably. Everyone has their loyalties, it seems.
I know the feeling.
Jude. Do you have anything else that you need, or can we begin this journey back?
Aye. We can return.
How long did it take for him to arrive?
After y'all did?
Yeah.
Half an hour.
What time of day is it?
Sun is setting.
Why don't we camp for the evening? You could certainly use the rest, I'm sure. You could as well after your journey.
I leave that decision up to you all.
A rest might be nice.
Thankfully, the trek back should be easier, but we did deal with some things under the water, so.
What things, if you don't mind me asking?
I assume you know what an aboleth is.
Yes, I do.
We faced two.
And you are still alive.
Somehow.
It is no wonder they sent you. And no one else.
Just trying to make a difference.
Since we are here for the evening, I would appreciate if anybody could update me before we get back on the state of the city defenses.
Oh. They need sleep. I can join later, but I will update you.
Very well.
This is also Jude getting away.
Theo will take a seat, and you watch as he pulls the gun from over his shoulder. If everybody is finding a place to rest for the evening, he will begin to methodically take apart this gun, clean it, and put it back together.
And probably during that, I will be updating him with what has happened. Yeah. I'll even tell him, just in case he cares, I'll tell him like everything.
He at no point gets upset or loses his stoic demeanor. He stays stone-faced the entire time, listening.
And he's also not saying it in the sense of like, hey, this is sympathy for me, but like, this is the rundown. You want the rundown, so this is what happened. Soldier to soldier.
Yeah, definitely.
Commander to commander, honestly.
Definitely. Jude, you actually, so you have some memories with Theo. It's been years since he's been here. He was a young man when he left, a teenager, almost. And in that time, he has grown, you imagine he's grown just as much as you have. It's almost surprising to be speaking this way to who you last remember as a boy.
To be fair, I was like a teenager.
Sure.
At that point.
Yeah.
But.
Only at the very end of your conversation, after the gun has been dismantled and cleaned and put back together, does he look at you for the first time, meeting your gaze. And what of my family?
Out of character really quickly, who's after Olympia?
Just one, Ingrid.
Ingrid.
There's only one left.
Yeah. They decided to make an example out of one of the families.
Mine.
Your sister, Ingrid, is still left. If I calculated correctly, Olympia only passed away today. Which means there is still time before Ingrid.
I take it they did make attempts to rescue them.
As much of an attempt as possible, yes. No one left them for nothing.
I understand. I did not think so. No, the only one who abandoned this city was me. Thank you for your answers, Aegon.
You didn't abandon your city. I am not here to
preach to you right now as someone who literally helped destroy this place. You didn't abandon. And what happened then doesn't matter now. Now, you can fight back for your home and reclaim it. I could fight back for my home, and who knows what happens. The same goes for them.
He looks around at the four of you. Beaten and battered, dude, you still smell like a swamp.
I do. Donkey.
For the record, if any one of you decided to turn away and disappear right now, I wouldn't hold it against you. This is a battle no one has asked you to fight. From what I can see of you all, you have already sacrificed. Shedding blood, sweat. I will not fault you if you decide this is where your journey ends for the city of Azmarin.
I made a promise to my mother that I would destroy the one who destroyed everyone else. And a slight glance at Briar. I need to save my father. So I'm going back regardless.
Have you ever seen one of these, Aegon? He holds the gun out to you.
Have I?
Only in the hands of the Delaney's.
Not up close.
I have an idea. This item, this weapon, it can be made easily if you have the blueprints. I've been formulating this idea on the way here. If I can get enough transmutation wizards, we can mass produce these. We can arm the rebellion with them. First, however, we need to root out the corruption. There are noble families who participated in the incursion. We have to remove their hold over them. We need to unite the Thieves Guild, the rebellion, the people of the city. Let them know that there is hope. A mortal can do a great deal with hope.
We're going to have to take out my mother. And yes, that's permission. She has a hold of the people. She is the speaker of Arathis.
Yes. What?
Are you reading chat? Yeah.
Oh my god. Well, you do not need any rest then, Aegon.
If I need to be at my fullest potential, I do, but
Very well. I'll take first watch.
I'll take second.
Take third.
I'll get up early and take the last watch.
Get some rest, all of you.
Once this has been decided, Briar's going to kind of quietly make her way I don't want to leave their line of sight or anything, but I do want to get as far away as possible as everyone's bedding down and just kind of like lay down in the grass and call Najwa.
Book or cat?
The cat.
You hear a gentle She appears right on your chest.
I'm just kind of looking up at the sky as the stars begin to get brighter as the night sets. Najwa. A big part of me doesn't want to go back. I feel like I messed everything up.
She stares at you with big green eyes.
I know you can. I know you can help me see stuff. I want to know what's coming. Will we fail even if we go back?
Would you like to force a vision?
Mechanically, yes. I'm trying to force a vision, yes.
You feel Najwa's presence, her liquidish form as a cat, settle down deep into your chest, and it grows heavier and heavier. And the stars begin to swirl around you. The first thing that you see once again is fire. At first you think that you might have been transported back to 21 of Crimson Moon, the day of the incursion. The heat licks at your body. There's a raging inferno. Rolls through the castle grounds. But it is not the same, because the castle didn't burn on the incursion, but the castle's burning now. You can hear the very distinct sound of firearms exploding in the distance as armed men, humans, dwarves, elves, people of all races and creeds take up arm against their oppressors, rushing forward. You see many lights once again float towards the sky as lives are lost, countless, hundreds. The thought that echoes in your mind now is success at what cost? As you see a victory in the future. But there are bodies that litter the ground. Would you like to press forward into the vision to try and identify those bodies?
Yeah, I'm specifically looking for my friends, trying to convey that to Najwa since she and I both know that I saw their names.
Make a wisdom saving throw to press further into the vision.
Okay. Can I auto crit this? Is that allowed since I have those?
Mindy, have I let you auto crit? Yeah. Okay, go ahead.
Okay, do that.
Yeah. Your vision zooms in closer and the first you see is Tyrion's body. Limp. Standing over him is Charlie. Wielding a spiritual weapon in one hand, or on one side of her. And a spell you know to be very familiar of inflict wounds in the other. Your vision goes into the castle, where you see the remnants of another battle with Dave slumped against a pillar, life drained from him. 2 devils on either side of him. And finally, you witness a great pit fiend. You see its feet first. It lays slumped over the throne. Two bodies at his feet. 2 familial figures. Jude and his father. The light having left both of their eyes. You watch Theo Delaney pull down the bodies of every single one of his family members, including Ingrid.
Do I see myself anywhere? Is that...
No.
Okay.
You do not.
I will shake out of it. I don't want to see anymore. And I just, as I kind of return to consciousness, will just absent-mindedly give Najwa like a little head scritch and just make my way back to camp and lay down.
Each of you gain the benefits of a full night's rest. You all gain a level. Derek?
So I kind of imagine Theo does his watch, moves on to Tyrion. Tyrion spends the full length of his watch just staring at the horizon. He could grow wings at any time, just... And at the end of his watch, goes over to where Charlie's sleeping and just lightly nudges her shoulder.
Oh, is it time already?
It is. Charlotte, I've spent as much time as I need to thinking about this. I've said it before, and I'll continue saying it. I can't lose you. And I know that if I were to walk away now, I would. And if we go back, I might. One is a certainty, one is a possibility. And I'm not particularly fond of gambling, but those are odds that I'm willing to take. I would stand by you in the worst of things. I promised you that. And if you are certain that you want to go back, I will stand by you. And if I have to die next to you or see you die next to me, I will follow you into the afterlife and I will bring you back. Whatever it takes.
I'm gonna lean forward and give you a kiss. And when I pull back, it's one of those where I pull back so I can speak, but my forehead's still against yours. And my hands are on either side of your face. Tyrion, I love you. I know that this is not ideal circumstances in any way, shape, or form, but I will do everything I can to keep you safe. I know there are challenges that we cannot even imagine waiting for us back in that city. But I have every intention of spending the rest of my life, many years from now, with you.
Camille, how dark is it right now?
It's the middle of the night, and it is a new moon, so it's very dark.
Dark enough to not be seen by... Charlie, I'm not sure if we'll ever get the chance for this again. No, not that, Chris. We are out of the city, and since I've been with you, I've learned some things about myself. Charlotte, have you ever wanted to fly?
I've never really considered it, but you seem to enjoy it.
That's enjoyable. Would you like to fly with me?
I'll kind of glance around because we're definitely supposed to be keeping watch, but we can keep watch and fly at the same time. In fact, it'll give us a better view.
Exactly.
I think so. I don't know if I like heights, but I think I'd like to try.
I promise I won't drop you.
I never thought you would.
And he will grow wings and hold her close and take flight.
Oh no, such a lovely moment in the middle of all this hell. I am definitely... Oh, sorry.
No, go ahead. You first.
I was just saying, I definitely don't love heights, so I am very much clinging to you. But there is definitely something different about seeing the world from a little higher, seeing the city, even though it looks very different. Fresh perspective is good.
Everything seems to grow smaller as you fly up into the sky. The city, the mountain, your friends. It's quiet up here. Eerily, with just the wind whipping at your faces and hair. But even though you are high into the sky, giving yourself physical distance from Azmarin, you still feel the pull. You still know where your home is. And eventually the two of you do make your way back down. And camp is destroyed. I'm just kidding.
Wow.
Camp is exactly as you left it.
I'll
Thank
give you
you for
another.
trusting me, Charlie.
I've always trusted you, Tyrion. Thank you. I feel like I've been saying that a lot lately.
It is absolutely mutual. Although, if you really want to thank me, you can name the pseudo dragon because she has been complaining just a little bit.
Well, what does she want to be named?
She said it was up to you.
That's a lot of choice.
I always like the name Moira.
Moira. Where is the pseudo dragon?
She should be on your person or wherever you.
She
put
just
her.
curled around your neck right now.
I'll turn to the pseudo dragon. How about Moira? Yeah?
She looks directly at Tyrion. And you see her raise an eyebrow.
Oh, no, bad choice.
No, she nods.
Oh.
That's fine.
I mean, I can come up with something better. I just need a bit,
No, it's fine.
Moira. All right. Moira it is.
It was my mother's name.
I knew it sounded familiar. Wow. It's a beautiful name. A good choice. See, you should have picked from the beginning.
It was a piece of me that I wanted you to have. I'm glad you do.
I'll give you another kiss.
He's gonna cast Detect Magic and see if he can still sense that thing in her chest.
It's fine.
No? It's not giving off any magical aura?
No.
Oh, thank God. Oh my gosh. You should get some sleep. It's my
I
time to
should.
sleep.
How about I spend just a few more hours setting with you?
One. And
Start
then
there.
some
And he will just sit with her and try to keep her warm throughout the night. Put his coat around her in his arm.
I will try to make him go to bed.
Sure. Morning comes for you all.
I want to say, during my watch in the Earth, I got up early. Two things happened. One, he gets up, just stretches and makes himself just ready for the day. But as he's doing that, he can't stop looking between Charlie and Briar. And it's not a sense of hatred or anything like that, but it's just weighing of options and how to go forward. So, but he finally just begins to meditate in a way. He kind of just sits down and just thinks. But as he does, if anything were to be watching, for some reason, his shield and his sword are glowing, and so are his eyes. And nothing happens, but there's definitely power surging that's revealing itself. But that's all.
You realize towards the end of this meditation that there are a pair of eyes on you. It's Theo. He watches non-judgmentally from his place seated against a tree. his gun in his lap.
I'll say that he. Okay. I'll say that his eyes would look over at Theo, and there's, he was in water and he was in gross, muddy water, so he's still dirty. But you will see, Theo would see a moment of recollection in a way, and then a smile, a soft smile appears on his face as from the bottom, he's sitting like cross-legged, but from the bottom up, you start to see a small cinder of flame go up his body and clean away everything as I cast Prestidigitation. And I'm like, this is what they get for entrusting me with infernal power. That's my ASI. I mean, that's my feat.
Towards the end of your watch, Theo gives you a long look and a nod. He's a smart man. You get the sense that he knows just what you are. In the morning, you all are able to gather your things and, if you choose to, return to the city. In the morning, as the dawn is breaking, Thea gives you all one last long look. Shall we go then?
Yes. I think it's time we all returned.
I'll reach for Tyrion's hand.
Is Briar still there?
Mm-hmm. She is looking a little tormented, and obviously Tyrion I think Tyrion would pick up on that. I don't know if he would be able to interpret it, but is just long looks at Tyrion and Jude. Almost like she's trying to memorize their faces.
Briar, you okay?
I'm always okay.
You just look like you've seen a ghost and not one of your friends. Okay.
Anything of note on the journey back?
Jude has his shield and his sword stowed away, and he's kind of already close to, well, he's already started to walk close to where the entrance is, and he's basically just waiting for them to start joining.
On the way back, Theo will spend a little bit of time trying to get to know each of you. Sort of not half-hearted. He's genuine about it. He is. The closer you get to Azmarin, you notice the more stoic he becomes. As if he is steeling himself against what's to come.
Point of order. Before we went to sleep, I don't know if I would have asked, I don't know if you have the ability because I don't know what you had left. I would have asked Charlie and it would have been it would have been after the talk with Briar. Do you have the means to contact Dave to let him know that we have attained Theo? If not, can you do it in the morning?
I can do it in the morning.
Thank you.
So, in the morning, I will cast sending to Dave. Dave, Charlie, we have acquired our target. We will be back in the city by end of day. Anything we should know? Good.
Well done. Another bell tolled. I'm sorry.
Dave knows we're on our way.
Oh, wait. That's right. There's barrier.
Oh, I would have known that.
Yeah.
I wouldn't have wasted that spell.
No worries.
Oh, the barrier.
I thought it was only out, not going in.
It's both.
Okay. I wouldn't have wasted the spell slot. I almost said something, but I genuinely did think it was only exiting, not coming in. So.
Is it once we get back into past the aqueduct?
Yes.
Oh,
Okay. All right.
Makes sense.
So yeah.
So as soon as I know we're in the city, which probably means we've been in the city for a little bit, I will send a very similar message.
You will all cross the area where you slayed the aboleth. You cross back into the entrance into the Thieves' Guild. It's quiet.
As we passed by any one of the scouts or representatives from the guild, I would have ungracefully let them know that I need. Actually, fuck it. I'm just gonna go straight to the source later. Never mind. Recant. Let's just keep going.
Okay.
God.
I'm scared.
Me too.
You only pass a few scouts who, upon seeing you and who you are with, flee.
How many?
3 scouts.
Thieves Guild scouts or soldiers?
Thieves Guilds.
Oh.
Thieves.
Oh, I thought this was fiends.
No. My apologies. Within the sewers, you spot 3 different members of the Thieves Guild.
Also, as a note, this morning I woke. I brought a different ghost with me, just as a note.
Okay.
We don't have to go into it, but
Okay.
When do I get third level spells?
As you all approach your exit of the sewer by the clock tower, Theo pulls out of his bag a hooded cape and dons it. Here we go.
I imagine we let Briar navigate us.
It's interesting to watch Theo take in the city through his eyes. You see him stop in several places where you all have passed by hundreds of times of burned down buildings and destroyed homes. He is taking it in for the first time. He is seeing the wreckage. And you make it to the Basilisk and the Bastille. And as you enter, you see that this underground, this basement, which is maybe 30 by 40 square feet, or 40 feet. It's a massive underground area, is packed to the gills with people. All of the rebellion is here to see you all, to see Theo. And as you all enter, a wave of silence washes over. Disbelief, amazement, hope. It looks like some people want to cheer, but it would be too much. Instead, there are low murmurs. You hear a few muffled sobs. Plenty of people with tears rushing down their face as Theo begins to make his way through this packed banquet hall, essentially. His face is stoic, but you see that for the first time his eyes are welling as several people reach out to take his hand, to touch his shoulder. He reaches back. And then you notice that there are eyes on you all. It's alarming, almost. Briar, especially you, are not used to being seen in this kind of way.
Only trying to hide behind all of these tall people.
Definitely. Yes, Evie. You are regarded in the eyes of your fellow mortals as heroes. It's too much for some of you. You are all finally ushered slowly as Theo makes his way across the room, led by Dave, to the back wall where the door waits, cracked. And you all are invited to come back with him, should you choose, to be a part of this discussion. To be a part of the plan to end the incursion. Will you go?
Yeah.
You took one step forward and then stopped. Looking at Dave, who I assume is at the door. And he is asking for silent approval, but also there's a pondering on himself what he's going to see.
Dave nods you in.
He goes in. Doesn't look back.
Briar.
I think Briar is frozen for a very long moment. And pulls Najwa out of her bag in book form, sets it on the ground, and internally, not out loud, will say, just follow him. And she will turn back and head the other way, intending for Najwa in cat form to follow Jude, but she can't do it.
Make a wisdom check.
What's my modifier? Who even knows? So 17 total.
For a brief moment, you turn back to look out of the door, and there's a figure standing in the doorway. Half elven, long black hair. She gives you one look, asking if you're sure.
I don't deserve to go in there, but I don't want him to be alone. And I'll head back out.
You would all notice that Briar is not behind you anymore.
Sending. Briar. It's Charlie. Is everything all right? Are you not planning on joining us? You can respond. It's the opposite of Leona.
You hear, don't worry, I'm still with you. And nothing else.
Barley, is she okay?
I don't know.
Tyrion will send message then.
Good luck walking away from
Briar.
these motherfuckers.
It's Tyrion. You know we love you, right?
Is that the message? You don't get a response.
He'll send one more. Just one more.
Sure.
That's okay. Dinner is always at 6.
What?
Oh, that worked. Great.
Dinner is always
Wait, no, what did you say?
Dinner
Oh.
is always at 6.
Dinner is always at 6.
Oh!
I thought that was Briar going, yeah?
No, that's Chris. You don't get a response to that either.
Does Tyrion do something specific whenever he's casting a message? Is there a somatic thing? Is there a tell?
Typically, no. It does have, like, all components. So, I don't know if he does have to say it out loud. You whisper a message.
No. I'm just curious if there's every wizard has their own style of casting. I'm just wondering, is there a tell that someone could see that they know he's casting a message? Someone that's close to him.
He kind of looks up and away. I mean, Tyrion is a very observant person anyway, so for him to kind of be like, oh, yeah, okay, yeah. Just kind of mutters to himself whenever he sends a message.
Okay, then Jude doesn't know. I'm trying to see if Jude could tell he was doing something. So. I will say a note that Jude has not looked. Care is the wrong word, but he has not cared that Briar's gone.
You are all ushered back to the same room where you were once interrogated, except for the lights are on this time. There's a long table, and at the head of it is Hellbreaker. There are several other figures of the rebellion that you might recognize as they plan to begin the final stand.
Is X there?
He is not. They are not. You know where X is?
In the castle!
Yeah.
Okay.
How's
How does Hellbreaker look?
thanks.
Make a perception check. Or insight, whichever you'd like.
Both are shit.
Can I passive perception? Because I wouldn't be looking, but is it?
I'd be looking.
Your passive is 18.
It is. That's the only reason I asked, because
that's
it's pretty
actually a
high.
dirty 20.
You really looking?
I was not expecting that one. It's a 19 and a die. A dirty 20.
He looks as strong as ever.
Perfect.
He stands and gives Theo a firm handshake. Gestures for him and you all to sit down. Najwa rubs up against your ankle, Jude.
He stiffens. He doesn't do anything yet.
And in his low, gravelly, injured voice, Hellbreaker, let's begin the meeting. And that is where we will end today's session.
Oh.
Remember that time we thought we were all gonna have like a really happy, fantastic brunch together, and then like everything imploded in literally every way? It was a good time. It was a good almost time that we had, y'all.
Back in session 1. Boy, howdy.
Let's go ahead and sign off.
Yo, and Frisbees. I'm Mindy. You can find me on Twitch and Twitter at Miss Mindykins. I stream stuff Sunday nights, Wednesday nights. You can also find me here Monday nights at 6:30 East Central. Time zones are really hard and I'm tired all the time. So 6:30 Central, where I play a very different now kind of cleric-y. Oh, I don't play a cleric. I play a bard oracle. It's a boracle.
Oh
Okay.
my god, a bardicle.
Bardicle. Oh, that's I don't think that's any bardicle. I play a bardicle on Monday nights. And yeah, my favorite part of the session was not dying from the aboleths and then having my feelings get crushed anyway. The glitter did protect me from death, but not from my feelings. Oh.
Derek.
That's it.
Yo, what up, fellow kids?
What?
Um,
What? No, you're done. I'm sorry. You have to
That
leave.
was
I had
so
to,
great.
Minnie started
You
it.
have to
I
leave.
said yo-yos and frisbees.
All right, both of you are out.
Go later. Hi, everybody. I'm Derek Sword. If you want to follow me anywhere, dsword16 on Twitter is the best place to see all of my projects, which include this amazing game on Friday nights. I'm over on Graham Cracker's channel. Graham, the very, very lovely individual. You can also see on Overray. But there, I play a swampy bugbear named Griaz. He's also a hug bear, and he's just full of love. He just got a pet mimic, and that hasn't been bad yet. So come see if it turns bad. It's going to. I am also the co-host of the podcast Monster Crush. So if you enjoy smooching monsters like aboleths, they got mouths, you can smooch them. Check that out wherever podcasts are found. We talk about all assortment of cryptids and monsters and their lore and whether they'd be good on a date. It's a lot of fun. And that's all I got.
You both didn't say your favorite moments.
Oh yeah.
You always forget, Derek, every week.
I do. I sure do. It's because I don't appreciate myself. My favorite moment was Jude taking the nosedive into combat. As much as Tyrion was like, I'm just about to do lightning bolt and you're gonna go in that water. Cool. It actually turned out really well. And I love underwater combat, and a paladin just like intentionally sinking is a good thing in this case.
Thanks, Derek. Charlie, Mindy, did you say your favorite moment?
Yeah, I said it was not dying and then having my feels crushed anyway.
Okay.
Oh,
Does
okay,
that
that's
count?
valid. Barely counts. Barely.
Okay, I mean, there were a lot of moments. I really enjoyed the Briar Jude circumstances. That whole conversation was devastating and beautiful. More on that in callouts.
Chris.
Okay, well, my name is Chris. I like to hang out. It's pretty much my favorite. If you are interested, you could follow me on Twitter at Kiss of Hemlock. I have some fun stuff going on. Next Tuesday is the big finale of our Masks campaign on the Off the Table Network, where I'm playing a newborn who's discovering all kinds of feelings. Also part of a super fun podcast called Rolls is Written, where I play an Air Genasi gunslinger with rage issues. And some fun stuff on Nerdsmith with the shenanigans. On December 5th, I will be joining some members of the cast of Fateforge Academy for a super fun live streamed one shot, holiday themed. Super excited about that. And, if you just want to keep up with that, or, just listen to me rant about stuff and post stupid things, then hang out with me on Twitter. And my favorite moment. My favorite moment, I think, this session was Charlie naming the pseudo-dragon and us learning about how significant that name is. That was beautimous and sad AF. So I'm going to say that, and that's all I'm going to say.
Oh, hello. It's your boy. Hi. Omega Jones here, also known as the Critical Bard. Critical Bard across all social media channels. Where can you find me? Tomorrow, you can catch me on my channel, which is twitch.tv/Critical Bard for Creature Collectors, which is a really adorable D&D campaign inspired by Pokemon, Digimon, all that jazz. Shit's fucked all over there. And we gotta go save one of our party members from her brother. Great. And on Fridays you can catch me on Rock Punch ATL for Tampo, which is a Sina Una campaign. Sina Una is a new D&D 5e setting that's inspired by pre-colonial Filipino culture. Saturdays I'm here. Am I missing anything else that's like really important? That's all I can think of. Catch me all the time on my Twitch. I'm a Twitch partner and I Twitch almost every other day. Being a hot mess, I'm probably actually streaming today, afternoon, whatever. Just look at my socials, you'll see. And my favorite moment today, I had it in my head and I have many moments I'm going to say for call-outs, but the part specifically that stuck in my head and I was gone. See, this is why I take notes. I take all the notes for this reason. Tyrion saying, "Are you willing to give up me?" I was like, no, this bitch didn't. Just the entire conversation about the reality that they're outside of Azmarin could leave and having duties and what those duties are. And just, that was some good context right there. Some good stuff. I appreciated both of you for that. That's me. Yeah, that's me.
Thanks, CB. Jizz. That was my earball. I am Camille. You can find me on Twitter at CamilleDoesDND. You can also find the channel and Twitter at Open4Adventure. Please come out hang out with us in our Discord. Check out our awesome merch. Give us a a follow here on Twitch, a follow here on Twitter to check us out. I do a lot of cool stuff on Open for Adventure. Come in the Discord to see what I do. My favorite moment. My favorite moment was Chris's reaction to Tyrion asking if Charlie wanted to fly. Thank y'all for that moment. And yeah, Mindy, could you take care of our warm fuzzies?
I can certainly try, because I still don't know where that sticky note is. So we've got Belchavez! And we've got Seb! And we have Andrew fell to the tables bay of gifts.
Andrew.
Ricky Manser. Sorry, there's so many
Too many
titles now. And then we have Rick-O.
Rick-O.
And PJ.
PJ.
Deborah.
Singing the new list.
And then
Gamer Lives?
Gamer
Gamer Lives with a 1 and a 3.
Gamer Lives with a 1 and a 3. Thank y'all so much for being our Warm Fuzzy Patreon patrons, whatever. We will see y'all for the 9th out of... Wait, is that true?
Yes, next week is 9th.
9th out of... Yeah. And 9 out of 10 for 2020, and then we will continue on in the new year. After this, during callouts, we're going to figure out what dates we can meet and go from there. Expect that schedule to be up in the Discord. What else am I missing? I think that's it. All right, y'all. We will see y'all same time, same place next week. Bye. Oh, we've got to guide the raid. Oh, what a bitch. Thank you. All right, see y'all next week. Bye.